What's your nightmare blunt rotation? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Almost Spicy Podcast.
This is the Almost Spicy Podcast.
My name is Francisco.
My name is Ben.
We have a special guest, as always. People wonder how we do it. They really do.
They do. They're just like, how do you keep having these consistent hits?
With just like these crazy creatives. And today we have Holden, a.k.a. Holden Media, a.k.a. Holden Manny. Play our theme song. Nobody's ever asked what would you say?
I said music just starts playing.
Yeah, it doesn't just start playing. Somebody has to fucking do it. Shout out to the Strikes.
It's actually the John Cena the
Strikes going crazy. Yeah. Close up. Nobody's ever asked us for the intro song. Nobody's ever cared. Zero comments have ever mentioned it. And it's, my voice on it, so I'm just like, nobody's ever asked for a link or anything.
It actually has a low-key, controversial, thing.
Well, I mean, I wanted to release this song. Maybe we'll play it longer for some, maybe people have no idea what they're hearing.
Longer. Yeah. I mean, you have to get people to care.
The thing is, I'm not the only one on the song.
No, that's the thing.
He's
got other collaborators
who didn't approve the release. But I mean, it might be okay.
So we only are doing the part where he's
it's my voice
singing. So it's cleared on the only level of his approval.
I think it's
you
doing
just gotta
fine.
redo it, and you have to do the entire thing.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever made any music, man?
No.
No?
Not once. I've been in studios all the time.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
I've never, ever, tried to make anything. But I do have Logic on my computer.
We got a Logic user.
Ding, ding, ding. It's a back and forth.
Add one on the board.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people use Ableton.
Yeah, it's a big debate on this podcast.
I'm a Logic user, so
and I'm an Ableton, Logic. So it's we're always butting heads.
We're always battling each other.
There's an official. People are tracking this. It's people care.
People do care.
A lot of people care, bro.
A lot of people care.
Well, I use none. So I think I'm out.
I also use neither, yeah.
So what software do you use when you're on the computer?
Yes, nobody knows this. Actually, everybody knows this. Manny is a photographer, a creative director. Please tell us more about what software you use.
Software I use full Adobe Suite, so I'll use Lightroom, I'll use Photoshop, I'll use Illustrator sometimes, rarely. Premiere for videos, After Effects for videos.
Yeah. I like Illustrator.
Yeah.
I like a vector file.
Vector file.
Yeah.
I feel with Illustrator, you
do
have to be a lot better with straight up drawing.
But that tool, I learned it in college, and it's the drawing tool.
I'm not.
It's angles. You have to you arch and then you bend.
If you're, if you're solely a Photoshop user, Illustrator doesn't make any sense. It really does.
But once you know both, it's
I feel I'm 80% Photoshop, 20% Illustrator.
That's decent.
On the spectrum.
Yeah.
I'm on the spectrum.
On the Adobe spectrum.
I'm on the Adobe spectrum, bro. Cheers to that, man. We got Manny in this. Please bleep that, man. Cheers. Today we're not drinking Los Faroles for the first time, so don't even ask.
And if you're wondering what we are drinking, I can't even pronounce the name of it. It's from Trader Joe's. That's all I can say.
It's Trader Giotto's, right?
This is pretty good, though. I finished this in
holy shit, bro. People are going to run that shit
let me grab
back,
some more.
And they're going to see how quickly that was
the alcoholic allegations are incoming.
Bro, it's 2 minutes in, bro. Okay, we were drinking a little before.
Glass.
I hate to say this is actually really high percentage of alcohol.
Oh,
that's okay.
It's 11 in the morning. No, it's not.
We're gonna get a little turn.
That's
but it's okay.
Yeah, this is a special edition. This is a summer edition. If you're listening to us, it's probably the fall time, and
it probably is.
Yeah.
We're backtracking.
We're very backtracking. But today is July something. July something, and we have a very special sponsor
July
today.
15th.
You just doxed us for the time travelers. You
gotta bleep it out.
We'll bleep it out. Yeah. Today's sponsor is.
What the fuck?
There's a ghost in here. Today's sponsor is Maruchan Ramen Instant Noodle Soup. Just wanted to get that business out of the way.
Yeah, that was very important. I'm probably going to have to bleep that for legality purposes.
Not at all. It's just a brand.
Yeah, and sorry about the date.
We do have to disclose.
Oh, the date? Or what? Oh, no, we're not sponsored. This is not a sponsored.
This is not a sponsored.
This is not a sponsored event.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not a sponsored podcast. We are not sponsored by Maruchan Ramen. How about that? Anybody out there remember when you were a kid and you would put it?
Love a sponsorship.
Yeah, you would put it in a bag at school, crush it up.
No.
And then you put the you put the powder and then you shake it.
I never understood anybody who could eat that straight up.
Thank you.
Chips.
Without cooking it. Yeah.
It's literally like
I think
chalk.
it's like being low on iron. I think we chew on ice and like we'll.
No, see, I could never understand anybody who chewed on ice either.
It's a low on iron thing.
I know, like that's more commonplace.
Yeah.
But I have sensitive teeth.
Oh yeah,
I do too.
Yeah.
So why the fuck?
Anybody that chews on ice, it's
like
just
you have water. Like why
fine.
would you ever? It's not a snack in any way.
No.
It melts. It's uncomfortable in your throat.
But have you ever put tahini on ice?
Pause.
Tahini, like the spicy.
Yeah, or as some of the Americans call
You're
it, tajin.
Crazy.
Tajin.
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 Same thing.
What you talking about? Wait,
Tahini?
Tahini, like what's
yeah. You put it on some ice cubes.
On ice. Oh.
Yeah, and then you put an ice cube in your mouth.
Yeah.
Now, Manny, I know that you're a creative, so we want to see how tapped in are you to like current events and stuff. Are you following the 2024 election?
There's already a 2020. Yeah.
You're following it?
Yeah, I'm.
Who do you got?
So up to date with politics.
You are?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you voting RFK or are you voting Marianne Williamson? Where are you at right now politically? Are you a Republican?
Who are these people?
Oh. okay. RFK. This is
RFK.
This guy. He's probably the best thing the Republicans.
No, he's JFK's nephew.
Nephew, yeah.
And he's running for president.
Yeah, and he can.
He's Bobby Kennedy's son.
He's Bobby Jr.
He's Bobby Jr. Yep.
And he's just running off the strength that my father died for this.
Well, his uncle.
And also his own strength.
Yeah. And he's pretty strong. People like that he's buff. I think he's got some...
He do be just posting like daily videos of him doing push-ups and
saying
saying for the strength of the nation or some shit like that. Like, so I genuinely wish I wasn't.
Yeah.
Like there's actual footage of him literally doing push-ups
for the nation.
Yeah.
I heard something about. This was probably just some misinformation though, like some plastic surgery going on. I don't know. Like some
in his
pecs.
face?
No, on his pecs. Yeah.
You can get plastic surgery.
You can get plastic surgery or anything,
muscles?
man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So steroids are out.
It's like an '80s thing. Yeah. Steroids are like.
It's like getting breast implants.
Yeah.
See, I honestly just thought that everybody would just go crazy on the protein products and that's how they get super swole really fast.
Yeah.
But plastic surgery muscles is crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's next level though. I mean there's a lot of gym heads for sure, but like I feel like Hollywood, like you got some fake pecs out there.
Oh, 100%.
Like what? Like
you know?
Explain.
Well, every single
explain.
Celebrity trainer, specifically for like movies and stuff. A lot of the celebrities will be like, "Oh, I want to look like this," and this being like Brad Pitt in Fight Club, and they just like stop them immediately, and is like, "I hope you know that is not physically possible."
Oh my god.
To do, like in any way, through regular like weightlifting.
Oh, the trainers are saying this.
Yeah.
So wait, so for all movies, actors are not working out.
No, they are. Like it's not like they're not doing that.
It's just like the BBLs. You have to work out to kind of maintain it.
Yeah.
You have to have some kind of like fusion. It's like fission, like nuclear fission, but it's like silicone with muscle tissue.
I mean, people like the like Captain America type, and like Chris Hemsworth. And
Swole, but not swole.
So, well, I mean, they're like chiseled beyond belief, but like. You hear about all like the levels of process you have to go to even achieve that and get that. It's
what's his face was talking about.
It's not mentally like.
But that's what I'm saying. I thought I thought they just worked out for a really long time. Like
Yeah, bro.
Some do, but it depends on like the time of their role.
What about them magazine guys, like them bodybuilders, like
I know
that look like goddamn
hairbrushing,
chickens and shit? Yeah, no, and they got oils.
Exactly.
Well, like Liver King.
Oh.
But Liver King, and he ended up being on steroids.
Yeah.
And I think also plastic surgery.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Because his shit was like a bodysuit almost. Like we're gonna stop talking about men's bodies and we're gonna move on to
Pause.
L.A. versus New York City. Manny.
Okay.
You've lived in both.
Okay.
RFK is sexy. No, I'm just kidding.
Who is Okay, RFK is actually running for president.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Sorry to bring. I have Tourette's.
Is he like
I
a
think.
Democrat?
He's running for the Democratic Party. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he like the popular?
Yeah, he's a populist. Yeah.
No, the popular.
Oh,
like
he's going up in the numbers quick.
Yeah.
Who are the Democrats going for right now?
Biden.
But like everybody knows that he's like half asleep.
Yeah.
See, but
Just like me.
With cocaine.
He's just like me for real. Yeah, bro. They dismissed this. Did you hear about this? They found a bag of cocaine at the White House.
Oh yeah, I
And
did see
they
that.
they lowered down the list to like 50 people, and they're like each interrogating each person.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
But then they just dismissed the case recently, without finding a culprit.
I mean,
That's interesting.
The ghost of
I guess
Byron.
that's kind of plug. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, they probably were like, they found out who it was, and they were like,
They
we
were
can't do
like,
anything about that.
Hunter,
Hunter.
come on, bro.
Well, I thought
Yeah,
it
we
was
gotta
funny.
tickle our right wing audience.
So much-
Hunter.
So many people I was talking to was just like, Biden could not have cocaine. Like, he would die on the spot. I'm like, no, I am pro Biden for having cocaine. That man, any type of stutter he'd have, fixed. Any
Would
type
it?
of like,
He would go right through it.
he would go right through it.
Yeah.
Like he'd be
What
a
a-
superhuman.
What's your nightmare blunt rotation? Sorry, I know you're about to take a sip.
No, that's fine. Nightmare blunt rotation. Like, do I have to pick anybody or
I mean, pick 3 people.
3 people?
We'll give you ours. We'll give you ours first.
Okay.
Okay, mine, Joe Biden.
It's just Joe Biden.
Kamala Harris.
That's a good one.
And
That's a good one.
I'm gonna say Al Castor, the one guy who manifested the demon and like drew him out. he manifested a demon and drew him out perfectly and shit. Al Castor or something, I forgot his name. But yeah, then 3.
What the
I don't even know
fuck?
what you're talking about.
It's like white only news. I'm not.
White only news.
Yeah, like what?
Pull them up. Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
It's white only.
I'll pull, what's yours, Ben? I'll pull up the name though. So
Man,
nobody
that's like
thinks
a
I'm
real
crazy.
person who like was on the news saying like,
Okay.
I saw a demon and.
No, this was like 200 years ago.
Oh nah, bro.
My nightmare.
Yeah, that is a
blunt
nightmare. Okay,
rotation.
so I guess that's a good one.
What the fuck is his
God, I can't
name,
even
bro?
think of-
Kamala Harris is good.
Yeah,
I
she
don't
have-
even know what to say.
Have you
Like,
seen her? Like lately, she just be talking about nothing.
I see the trolling. I see the memes.
Well, she be trolling, bro. She just like, I'm gonna do it. This is my best
Yeah.
Kamala Harris. Today we're talking about the future of hope and how we can integrate resources to deliver on the promises that we established from the beginning.
See, but let me tell you why that's so good though. Because 1, she sounds super important, and 2.
But then she goes home after she says that.
But I feel like okay, being a vice president, you have to bullshit because your
Bro, yeah.
job isn't.
You think she'd be
really, like,
chiefing?
Do you want to know
Oh,
what the
for
job
sure.
of the vice president really is?
What,
It's to
chiefing?
make sure that the president is doing their job.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the
and then
the only like actual legitimate job.
And then you're on call
Yeah.
yeah,
in case anything. You're on
yeah,
call.
Yep.
Yeah,
You have
And then the other part of it is just doing like press runs.
Yeah.
That's literally
But they're hardly writing
They're doing
policy.
pretty good though.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we're
honestly,
fine.
She's
I'm not-
very not popular, but yeah.
I've not heard a single thing about her in the news like at all.
Okay, in the news.
Just on Twitter, bro.
Yeah.
Her clips be going
Twitter
crazy.
is the news.
Oh, really?
At this
Yeah,
point.
bro.
I don't know how I don't see her. You want to know why? You
The algorithm got it, like
only on my feed on Twitter.
right wing shit.
No.
Okay. But
Adam 22 and
Oh my god.
that's the only thing that's on my feed.
Why is that literally the only topic? Now we have to cover it.
It pisses me off so much because it's just like I can't go anywhere without seeing her face getting fucking plowed.
Now we have to cover it.
Absolutely
That's
fucking
tough, bro.
plowed.
No, but they're loving it. They're making so much money. Like, we all do forget that they are corn stars.
See, but are they making money?
Yes, because she's selling the video on her OnlyFans.
So
everybody,
is
but
making money.
they're married. The income is joint filed to the taxes anyway. It's all the same. They have a child.
Yeah, but like, and I think this is the argument on like everybody's like blogs and whatever source of info so far. Like, the question is like, how much is it worth? Like, yes, it's bread. It's a lot of bread.
Yeah.
I even saw that Adam like bought Lena a Lambo, like literally like yesterday. Like,
nobody retweeted that shit. Everybody's just retweeting the other shit.
Exactly. And that's why I'm saying, like, just is like it worth
likes.
it? Like,
yeah.
Literally, the tweets are like, you see the way she's looking?
What kind of Lambo? Oh, yeah.
The eyes are rolling back. You know, there's no way.
She's biting the shit.
I personally, I think the only reason that this is, like, as big as it is because they're married now. Had this happened, like, before they were married, I don't even think it would have been, like, that big of a...
What kind of Lamborghini was it?
It was the green one. The green, I think.
Is it the SUV or not? No. Oh, okay, that's pretty badass, man. I can't front,
it was pretty fire.
If dude, nah, like they're multi-millionaire.
See, okay.
Corn stars.
You're right. When it wouldn't be as big if they weren't married.
You don't.
But then the question is,
it is
what
the
is their marriage even worth?
Urus.
Was it Urus?
Yeah.
Oh, then it wasn't worth it. It's not even a sports car. Well, it's an SUV. Come on.
It's an SUV.
It's a sports SUV.
Regardless.
Is it even a sports car?
It is a sports car.
Like, just because of that, it's not worth the BBC. Like, what does it take? Like, the sports car model?
For me. Yeah. No, for real. Can we get an ID check on your hoodie?
This is Ed Hardy.
Oh, of course. I should have used my eyes. Ben is watching the video right now.
Yeah.
We should pull it out. Can everybody go donate to our Cash App so that we can buy this fucking video, man?
No, dude.
For research?
Yeah, for research, and we'll come back and we'll review it. How many of you want reviews, man? Almost Spicy Podcast. We got Manny in this freaking building, man.
Yo, doing porn reviews?
Yeah. Just me and the boys, bricked up.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
We watch in different rooms, you freaks. Obviously, we're not.
It's like, I would have given it an 8. Not enough anal.
And I'm an anal kind of guy. Well, guy gets pissed because the scene doesn't have enough anal.
No eye contact. Got to dock it a few points.
Boys, I don't know if you want to hide your drinks. The shot might be cleaner if we hide our drinks.
No.
Yeah,
okay.
This is bad. What
are we at for timing, boys? This is so great.
Minutes. We got 8 minutes.
What are your aperture settings?
Aperture settings. I usually.
And what's your f-stop?
Actually, a good question.
Yeah. We should put some of his. Finally, we're gonna do some editing and put some of your work on the screen because your work is impressive and you go big. I like your fucking style. Let's talk about it. Let's talk aesthetic.
Aperture. Usually start off with 3.5, sort of the
really
medium lowest, especially if I'm shooting outside, because it helps me sort of balance out the sun from there.
Interesting.
I always shoot on low settings and then work my way up, essentially.
Okay. So you start darker.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's very interesting because when I shoot, I'm usually like f1.8 or 2.8, depending in that range, just because I like the depth of field.
But will you have your shutters super high?
Yeah.
See, I feel like that sort of
compromises.
It compromises some of the, especially for my camera with an older sensor, it compromises some of the colors that you can get from the light, which is why.
By having a slower shutter speed.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense though. With the slower shutter speed, you just get more And what are you rocking, a Canon?
Right now, my primary, and it's always been like this super old, 90s Canon.
Ooh.
Hence the old sensor.
Yeah.
Because, one, I started off shooting with it, and two, I just like the way it brings out the colors, essentially.
Your shots are iconic.
Yeah.
But I know you do
they
work
really
in
are.
Photoshop, but yeah.
Okay.
But not
I
as
wouldn't
much.
say like iconic.
No, but you
No,
got
but
bright photos.
but, like,
and I don't know how much of that is Photoshop though.
But if I like see a photo, I know that it's yours. Like that.
And that's a very big.
That's a big thing,
a
especially now,
compliment.
especially now in the world of photography, where like so many people are doing the same fucking thing.
I like the
So many
old
people
camera
are-
though, cause like it's not the same as if somebody just got into photography, got a brand new camera. Like they're all gonna look the same. If you're going, vintage look, this kind of lens, like all this different shit, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and honestly, that's why I probably attribute a lot of my individuality to my older camera, and that's why I love my baby because
Get some insurance on that bad boy.
it's way too old for insurance.
I mean, no, private though.
True. But I feel like because of like the way it brings out like certain things in the photos, like you won't get that with any cameras like 4 years old, 5 years old.
Yeah,
They're too new.
Exactly. So
It's almost too crisp.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll admit, because like 70D that I've had for, I mean, a long time, and the colors in that are just so fucking amazing. But compare that to my newer camera, which is a R7. It's not like it's worse, but it is vastly different.
yeah.
And I still like what it produces. Like, it produces absolutely fantastic stuff. But the quality is, like, different in a very weird way, which doesn't fully make sense to me. Because arguably, the color science should be better. On the new
Interesting.
one.
Maybe you got to explore it more. And Mr. Holden,
But
so you're a fan of music?
Of course.
You're always at concerts. People are often hitting you up to pull up to the show. They'll put you on a guest list because they want your photographs of them performing. So you've been traveling everywhere, you told us, Houston, New York, LA. Have you been to some fun spots, like you party with a Playboy Cardi or any, one of these guys?
No, and I definitely haven't. I feel like for the past like year, I definitely calmed down on the shows. Like
You were partying a lot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like definitely last year. Definitely.
I mean, with the pandemic, everybody kind of started doing more drugs.
But I feel yeah, but I feel like the last show that I did was with Mavi, actually here.
oh, really?
Yeah.
He's really dope.
And he let me shoot. He let me record a recap. I still have to edit it.
Oh, one of
I'm not even
those.
gonna lie.
Editing is so crazy, man. You might as well pay somebody to do it.
Right.
That's what people always say.
Yeah, this is like a constant thing. I've gotten sick of editing altogether.
Bro, especially with the amount of footage you guys deal with, like.
Oh yeah, we're dealing, and it's when the fans want 4K, they're gonna have to really ask for it because we're not doing it until they really want it, and we gotta get the merch out too. Thank you for over 100 subscribers, breaking records.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but no, we're talking about all this
100
shit.
subscribers.
Thank you, brother. Cheers, man. Return, man. No, I don't want to get emotional on here, man. Man, you're excited to have you, man.
Be proud.
Yes.
No, I didn't know what this was gonna be. I didn't, because we didn't really know each other like we met before. But this is very chill, very.
We met like years ago.
Yeah, I think 5 years ago we met.
That's
on the dot.
crazy.
Yeah.
We did because you took some photos of us near the Stone Arc Bridge.
Crazy.
We had a studio over there.
Stone
in
Arc Bridge,
the Northeast.
terrible place.
In general, let's talk
Take
about
photos.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like it's
remember
funny
that.
because like
well, we didn't shoot there. We were Northeast, but yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's funny because if you Google like best places to take photos in Minneapolis,
That's like number
Stone
fucking
Arc
one.
Bridge is always gonna be number 3 to 5. Always.
That backdrop is beautiful.
What backdrop?
Standing in the middle of the bridge with the city behind you.
See, but you always have the rest of the bridge in the photo. it's just it can be beautiful. Let me not be a hater, but I feel like it's so played out that
I mean, that's for sure.
Artistically dead. Like,
okay. Yeah,
you can't want to do any sort of creative shoot and be like, let's go to the Stone Arc Bridge.
But you know, there's like little cuts, you know, under the bridge to the side of it, like
that I've never seen.
There's
some cool spots.
But that's not where people normally go.
Like the tunnels that are down there are really sick.
I don't even know about
tunnels.
There's trails, tunnels, and like rocks.
How do you even access them?
You have to jump over like a thing.
The tunnels are like actually like sealed off.
Okay.
But there's a way to get down.
It's like a dirt path, yeah.
There's
a few different.
You have to hazard. One of them
can be.
You do have to belay yourself into.
Okay.
These tunnels go like it's a large like.
I don't even know about that. Like I'm mostly talking about
my brother explored all through them.
Dude, that shit gives me claustrophobia when I think about some of those dudes that get in the caves and shit and they're like filming themselves.
Well, when you have to belay down into
is that what that is? I don't know that word.
Belay.
He's talking about the rapper?
People activities.
Belay.
I can't belay anywhere.
What does that mean, bro?
White people activities.
No, belay.
Belay. It's like you're tethered to a rope.
Yeah, like.
And somebody else is anchored, and so they're literally like loosening.
Imagine being stuck between two rock formations.
Have you ever seen As Above, So Below, the movie?
No.
What?
But it sounds iconic.
Iconic horror movie where.
Come on, let me write it down. Say it again.
As Above, So Below. And it's an iconic movie where these 4 like I think like journalists are essentially like exploring like the catacombs in Paris, right?
Oh.
And essentially.
Was this recently?
No, it's kind of old now. Like I think it's like probably 5 years old, 6 years old.
Wow.
But they fall in a hole, and it like essentially lands them in like a negative earth or like a hell essentially.
There's some truth to that, I feel like.
They each like die off except for 2 people. Like, and it was one of the first movies shot with the point of view completely from the camera or like the person, you know, like how they do now in like certain like movies where it's like
First person. Oh, okay, okay. So, kind of like a Blair Witch Project. Exactly. But this is from the 80s, you said?
No, it's like
it's new. Okay.
2000, like at least 16.
Well, Blair Witch was like one of the OGs with that first person stuff.
Yeah.
But that shit is crazy.
For sure.
What did we just hit? 28?
Yeah, we hit 28.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with us, and I hope you're enjoying this. Leave a comment if you fuck with us. I mean, there's like 100 of you that check out every episode. By now, it should be 200. We got Manny Holden in this. We're gonna talk about how he got the name Holden. It has to do with John Lennon.
That I had not answered.
You
asked me, sorry to cut you off.
No, please.
You asked me earlier, LA versus New York.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about LA versus New York.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about, you know what? UFOs. Yeah, so stick with us. Be right back in 5 seconds.
I've always been told that I don't look chopped, like...
Well, today's a new day, brother.
Today's a new day.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back on the Almost Spicy podcast.
We're here. We're present.
Thank you for coming in, Ben.
I'm here.
What's up? You got I understand you have some questions for Manny, some pre-recorded. See, this time I see you have a book. People
yes,
know mine.
I do actually, surprisingly, have a book with questions.
Before the break, we said we would talk about New York versus Los Angeles.
Let's finish that question.
We could finish.
You have a tendency to ask a lot of questions and never let anybody ask or answer those questions.
Honestly, I feel like every time people ask me questions, I will like respond about some other shit, and then I'll ask questions about that, or it will lead to questions about that. So the original question doesn't get answered. Yes. Never, right. Ever. Until like 40.
4 questions later.
See,
I'll accept the criticism.
Francisco does this all the time, though. It's not like this is a one.
I'm getting better at it.
He's trying.
I'm trying. Everybody knows.
I will say he's done better this one. He hasn't asked like
focus
8 to 9 questions all in one sentence. and then completely
We're only halfway through.
disregards all of them.
We're only halfway through.
Anyways,
LA.
The important will reveal itself.
Yeah.
The important the what?
The important question reveals itself.
It does. That's what I found.
It always
in the journalist. I just claimed
what?
journalist.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
explain your like style. Like, do you have like a set like explanation? Like, if somebody were to ask, like, what the like what's your style of shooting? Like your aesthetic, everything else like that. Like,
every time people ask me to shoot, and I'm like, so what are you going for? A lot of times, the initial response I'll get will be, I love your filmy aesthetic, you know, you're kind of like,
dreamy.
you know, exactly,
Yeah.
like you're
Kind of like hazy,
yeah. And
The film, though, I didn't realize that that's a word that I was missing in my thought about your work.
filmy,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
because I would agree, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
But you're not shooting film. Your digitals look like film.
yeah. I mean, I do shoot film sometimes
You do,
too.
sometimes,
Yeah.
okay.
But
And that's a
typically,
common
most of my shit
misconception.
is digital.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, and really, it's my work in Lightroom. I'd say like I just be going ham.
Yeah.
That's what
I'd
that's
be
your
going
bread and
ham
butter,
in
Lightroom?
Photoshop, really.
And Lightroom?
Like, yeah, I feel like I started.
444 on the clock, sorry to interrupt. But it's good.
Okay.
Yeah. You feel like you started.
I feel like I started on Lightroom, like sort of like learning everything with adjustments and like sort of like all the different things I could essentially do in Lightroom.
Mm.
And then from there, once I kind of maxed that out, I sort of started just taking it to Photoshop more because in Photoshop, you can essentially edit like in Lightroom, and then the photos will open in Photoshop, and then from there, I would sort of fuck it up even more. And it just allowed me to do a lot more with layout, a lot more with like
It's like a
just editing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lightroom's great for like
Preamp.
just batch editing stuff. That's why I like it a lot.
Definitely.
Because you know, if you're doing like a whole ass shoot, it's just easy to copy and paste all your edits to multiple photos and then just roll with it from there.
Nice.
That's why I like it.
Well, man, when did you start being able to charge for photo shoots? Right away? How many years ago?
Hell no.
No.
Right away. I remember when I first started, I was just shooting photos of myself.
Okay.
Literally, like I would just put it on a timer, and I would like run over and like stand and shit.
Manual focus?
No.
Autofocus?
Yeah, there's no way. How would I do manual
Manny.
focus from in
Manny focus.
That'd be pretty impressive. You'd have to like focus on an object and then move that object and stand in its place.
I'd have so much pre-planning in that.
Yeah. Manny, tell the people, and we can go back to the money thing in a sec, but tell the people about how in Texas you've had success switching from Manny to Emmanuel and vice versa.
Oh my god.
And we were talking about it before the cameras came on. Maybe we don't even have to touch it. I don't know. You can talk about the pricing as well, whatever you want.
So in Houston, I was working as a telemarketer.
Okay.
And essentially, like, I would be doing a lot of cold calls for this construction company. And every time I would read the script, like, it would always start off with you saying, like, hello, my name is blank. And every time I would use my real name, Emmanuel, like, a lot of the time...
We'll bleep that so that nobody actually... No, I'm just kidding. A lot of the time...
A lot of the time, people would be like, who is this? Like, I don't know any Emmanuel. Like, or like, what is your name? Or like, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
They would add more consonants.
They would think that you're Mexican, maybe.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But it
Emmanuel?
would.
Yeah, Emmanuel. That's a
It
Mexican
would literally add more consonants to the script, which makes it harder to
That's what it is.
Which makes it harder to sell.
Yeah, it's e-manual.
And then it's
so literally
it's half.
Yeah.
With Manny. And you're not Mexican, but you are. But are you? What? You're not.
No, I'm not Mexican. Okay. I'm 100% African.
Nice. You done a test?
No, I just.
You just know.
Yes, I just know.
We talk about 23
and an ancestry test.
I have not, but we talk about it a lot here. But I've never done it.
I haven't done one yet.
But do you have a big opinion? I have big opinions on it. Yeah.
As in, like what?
I was just.
He thinks they're gonna like clone you with that DNA that you give them.
I mean, they're collecting it.
Yeah, because and you're paying them, but like they're gonna hold it for 20 years. And 20 years, when you need your DNA from when you were younger, then they sell it back to you, when you need a new leg or whatever.
Why would you need your DNA?
They use your young man DNA from right now when you're a young man.
But like, let's think about.
And it's healthier.
What did?
You think they keep it for 20 years?
What difference?
Yeah.
Like how?
In the freezer.
Your DNA is your DNA. It doesn't matter if it's young or old.
It does because we age.
Yeah, of course we age. But like, wouldn't theoretically like that DNA age as well?
No, because it's going to be kept in optimal conditions. It's just like Prince Harry's cock is held inside of a perfectly chilled.
Where are you getting this information? What 4chan like place?
It's 8chan. Oh my god. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
See, no, but if they actually do, I mean, the question is, does blood age? Well, maybe it's like...
The question is New York or LA. Does blood age, yeah.
No, but if they do keep it like that...
Is it even a blood test? It's a spit test.
It is a spit test.
Yeah.
Is it a blood test?
It lasts that long.
Well, what's it going to do? Evaporate? How is it going to go away? Think about it. If you just spit right here, it would...
this up, please. Like...
Normally, Mark would be here, but he took the whole month off.
He took...
No, we miss him. No, we would have a look-up guy.
In LA, funny enough.
I would look it up, but if I spit on this table, the table would absorb it. So the container has to be like non-absorbable, you know?
To be able to be shipped back.
And then held for 20 years.
So how do they hold it for 20 years? Inside
of the same container you shipped it in. In an Amazon box.
So it has to... Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
So it has to age.
No.
I mean, if you're like freezing it, sure, like that DNA.
There we go. Think about a banana in the freezer. It'll stay good.
Stays
for 20 years?
A banana does not stay in the freezer.
It's getting heated. It does. Check your freezer right now.
My freezer has no bananas.
Exactly, but if you had them in there, they would still be yellow as day. Yellow as day. Yellow as day.
The point is, if they do like somehow have a way to preserve their state in time for 20 years, then that's kind of scary. But if not, why would it even matter? Why are they even collecting it is the question.
Because it's data. It's just it's the most personal, the closest data you have is your DNA. What do you think the D stands for? Dick.
I mean, it's just your spit. If you think
it is just.
You know how? But tell me how many billions of microbi and organisms are in a sample of
let's think
spit, and it's not just a little bit. They make you do a lot, don't they?
But let's think about this.
Don't they?
Your spit.
I said, look it up.
I don't have a phone.
Your spit and DNA. How are you going to cellular regrow yourself from that?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a stretch.
We don't know if it's just spit.
I'm pretty sure it's just spit.
There's some rectal ones. Are you sure? None of us have ever done it.
How would a rectal one also have cellular?
Oh my god! How does that not have even more stuff on it than spit? What if you have to spit in your own shit?
You cannot grow a person from spit, let alone an anal rectal DNA swab.
What if you have to shit in your spit?
Hey, Anyways, I don't think it's that scary. I don't
need to
think
chill
it's that
out.
serious. It's a very strong
Dude,
opinion.
dude, whatever he's smoking has got him. Has got him hard.
What? Hard? For
So,
shit.
You're
the one that was talking anal earlier.
All right.
Okay. We were talking about the derailment of the train from like 6 months ago, and Manny asked if they figured it out. Can you look that up?
When were we talking about
We don't have enough staff. No, we were outside at the break,
Yeah.
and we were talking about the trail derailment, and Manny was wondering if they figured it out.
Oh, no, that place is still fucked.
Really?
East Palestine?
Yeah,
I just remembered the name of Palestine. Free Palestine.
What?
Yeah. No, like the like chemicals and everything it like permanently fucked that place.
Because we started talking about the air quality in Minneapolis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what do you guys think about the air quality in Minneapolis? Almost Spicy Podcast.
That's why I didn't join you guys outside.
Wow.
Because of the air quality. It's beautiful outside.
It is a little hazy.
No, you don't understand.
Check the phones.
I have like I'm basically like asthmatic. So like this like air quality if I'm like outside for prolonged periods of time.
And we're talking about 150 API, right?
Yeah, it gets me sick.
What is that? What it is? API?
Yeah.
AQI.
It sucks.
Ladies and
You're
gentlemen.
saying that area where the train exploded, like that never.
It's forever chemicals.
Ooh.
got cleaned up.
They also say microwavable popcorn is forever chemicals.
Really?
Yeah. Oh shit, man.
I'll look it up right now. Bro.
What is happening
There's
to the
no
earth?
way.
We're really. Is anybody really hungry?
So,
Listen.
wait. Is stove popcorn
That's good.
microwavable pop? Bro, don't do
You
this.
can't do nothing no more. Nowadays, you can't even take a shower. They're saying there's a doctor that didn't shower for 5 years, and he wrote a book on it. Apparently, we're showering too much, and like we're supposed to have like mites, and we already have them right now, but we wash them off on our face. Your skin is the first layer of protection, the first barrier, the first, against the world. And so when you build up that resistance of that muck of not showering, you're actually healthier and you get sick less often. Is what this doctor's saying. He looked a little greasy. But I guess that's the point. Like mud face, like.
I mean, 5 years is a long time.
Anything to get on the New York bestsellers nowadays, like to get number one, that's huge. If we had a guy to look it up, we would ask, what's the average money that a number one or a New York best is making?
Okay, so just so you know.
Back to this topic. Is anybody, Troy, I'm sorry, go ahead, please.
So 4 months later, it is still an active cleanup site, and residents remain out of their homes. And it looks like it's pretty much unsafe for them to go back, period.
And that's just a major bummer. I was having a freaking Saturday, I had a smoothie, and now I'm hearing about this that's still going on. It's one of those things you hope that it fixes itself, but no. That's what we figured out with the drug crisis is that nobody's doing anything. There's very few people doing anything about it. So it's like everybody wants the results of like action and like solutions, but nobody's really going on the streets and doing anything about it. Very few people are. And so it's just slow.
Yeah, so there's a team of, I want to say it's the FDA. It's the...
What are these alphabet agencies? Holden. I like to say your name so that you stay awake, man.
Toxic Substances and Disease Registry. Oh, it's a part of the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention. But basically, they're essentially... They've been going door to door to find out, like, if...
Have you been affected?
Yeah, have you been affected? And basically everybody's sick.
What's the payout? Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Everybody's sick.
Are they paying out?
So sad.
Yeah.
You know, Yeah, stuff like that does make me sad. Like, especially when I hear about how they like still haven't like fixed like clean water in Flint.
Well, remember when Obama went to Flint and he just took this little. Good to me.
I mean,
no.
that falls on the whole politics of everything else too. It sucks because it's like, yeah.
That's what he did. Zoom up on Holden.
That is kind of sad.
Good to me. Dude, this is the longest break of silence we've ever had. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for that moment of silence. I was going to say something, but I forgot. Classic.
Weed brain.
Did you have a second question? I think you had one question.
I still haven't answered.
No.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions.
Okay. You be quiet.
Fuck, I'm getting the mute.
You asked a question that has not even been answered.
Well, what question is that?
L.A. versus New York.
Yes. You want me to answer right now?
Yeah, I do. Before he interrupts.
I didn't know the two.
I feel like you have to put it into categories. Like, okay, let's say food.
What?
You're doing that on purpose.
I would have to say food. I'd have to say New York over LA.
Did you say food twice?
No, I just said for food.
Okay, food.
I'd have to say New York over LA because I kind of love French food specifically.
Yeah.
And that's a lot more prevalent in New York than LA.
Oh, for sure.
Is that facts? Can somebody look that up?
Yeah, no, that is facts.
We're supposed to believe both of you guys.
I mean,
so
I'm
I believe both of
assuming
you. I believe.
Just because, I don't know. I mean,
well, most
probably the same
most
number.
culinary in New York is reflective of French.
I feel like
French
a lot of times in LA, it's kind of like
Ramen.
the food. Not exactly, but I feel like the food that I see and hear about is a lot like chicken spots or like, you know, just like well-known, like popular.
Dave's.
Dave's
fried chicken.
I mean, yeah, just like a lot of more like.
It's just
Not French food.
Well, celebrities. It's like celebrity restaurants. It's like Nobu is Robert De Niro.
I mean, yeah, you hear about that too,
about?
and I
He
can't
owns
afford
Nobu.
that.
What? What?
No, I was just saying, like, yes, there are restaurants like that, but I don't go to that because I can't afford that. I go to like regular, you know. Like
What about Roscoe's? What do you think?
Roscoe's Chicken?
It's a pretty controversial place.
Why?
I mean, the P&B rock shit was sad. Like, everybody goes to Roscoe's.
He died at a Roscoe's Chicken?
We have to stop putting our locations when we're actually there.
I'm
talking to all influencers right
He
now.
died at a Roscoe's Chicken?
Rest in peace, yeah.
Who?
There's no
P&B Rock.
way.
Oh yeah.
Inglewood.
Didn't also like Nipsey.
I don't think that was at a Roscoe's Chicken. That
There's
that was at the store. At Inglewood, yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was like outside, like one of those spots.
Outside the store, Marathon store.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, man. We are very what's it? It's a new moon, so for some reason we're very like.
This is a very morbid.
Yeah, this episode is sponsored by your local cemetery.
Okay, no, here's a question.
Okay, please, anything, man. Anything.
No, shh. Okay. Do you want to be cremated,
Oh my God.
buried,
Jesus Christ.
or in a
We
mausoleum?
just lost 1,000 people.
Or in a
what was
mausoleum.
Or what?
Buried, cremated, or in a mausoleum?
I mean,
What's
I
a
feel
mausoleum?
like I want to be turned into like, you know how they like
A
are
vinyl?
able to like,
A mummy?
no, do you know how they're able
Man, I need the
to
mummy.
sort of like bury you and turn you into like soil
Yeah.
or like,
Oh, it
Like-
make you into a tree and stuff.
not into a tree. I don't know about a tree necessarily.
Like a
but
flower?
just like
Grass,
to like dirt.
some weeds.
Like, I think it's grass. But I don't know what specifically, but yeah, they're able to like sort of like just sort of, I don't know whether it's like cremation.
It's manure,
they're
yeah.
able to like mix, yeah, sort of.
No, it's soil. It's soil. It's soil.
Yeah. But they're able to like put you in the earth and like make you beneficial for like all of the like, I guess.
The habitat.
Yeah, agriculture.
I don't particularly want to be buried in a box. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't buy into a lot of that. Well, that's dope though.
It's expensive.
That's dope.
I will say, like, if I had the money, I would build a mausoleum. I would.
What is that, please?
A mausoleum is like a big, like, sort of. It's a big cemetery. It's a big, like.
It's a big tombstone, is what it is.
Oh, that's what.
Tombstone for your actual.
XXX Tentacion.
Yes.
Pull it up.
Yes. That's exactly it.
Yeah, he's got.
They're like millions of dollars.
I mean, he's got millions of records.
Depending on the stonework, but.
If you can sell 1 million records, you deserve to. What do you deserve? Does anyone deserve anything?
It's still expensive.
You didn't even answer the question. Would you want to get cremated? Would you want to get buried, or a mausoleum?
Stay focused.
Or do you just want to like change?
No, I want to do that one. I want to do the soil one.
Soil.
So the fourth option.
So cremated.
No.
I'm pretty sure it is cremated.
And then they put you into soil, basically?
Yeah. Like.
Okay, yeah. I don't know about that then. Nah, when I die, I put my money in the grave.
Do you want to?
So you want a grave, like you want?
No, I want a mausoleum. No, I don't need all that. No, just
like,
a nice.
Imagine the debt, like the financial burden of that.
I want a coffin that has holes in it, so that like shit can get in there and like, yeah.
I don't think that would work.
Like a hybrid.
Yeah. Basically, what you want is somebody to go to Home Depot, buy a bunch of plywood,
really gross.
drill holes in all sides.
I don't think that.
It's a glory hole.
What, you're trying to get the worms to?
No, I don't. I don't think that would turn out the way you wanted it to.
This is our first not safe for work episode. We're normally very like, so what do you do as an artist? And now Holden's got us talking about fucking.
I don't
none of our episodes are safe for work.
They all have you know what disclaimer, and don't say it. I'm just kidding. Oh man, this has been fun. We have so much more to talk about. Aliens, yes or no?
What?
Do you believe in aliens, yes or no? Have you seen any of this UFO stuff that's been happening lately? The UFO disclosure that's happening right now.
Any UFOs?
Have you ever seen a UFO?
You sound wild.
Have you ever seen a UFO?
No.
Full disclosure. This is him 100% of the time.
You've actually seen a UFO?
I've seen 2.
You saw an airplane, bro.
I saw a cloud rotate.
Do you know how wild if you just stopped right there? I saw a cloud.
That's a clip. I saw a cloud. Down. No, I saw a cloud become a metal ball, a metal sphere, and then fly over the Four Seasons, Minneapolis.
He also does a lot of shrooms.
So. Hey, don't dox me.
So wait, are you asking me if aliens actually exist? Like theoretically?
Yeah.
The government is about to disclose a bunch of stuff. Yes, that's the question.
I feel like.
Or do you believe that we are alone in this universe?
Have we. In this universe, I feel like we probably are alone. But I feel like. Have we like located other suns, like other active suns?
I feel like there's a bunch.
Planets?
Yeah.
Then I feel like probably
at
a certain point there's probably some other entity.
Yeah.
So aliens do exist in that manner, but I feel like at the rate that humans are kind of fucking up the earth, we won't even be able to get to see them. Like,
that's valid.
Ever, like,
that's pretty
to
valid.
That point, like,
it's pretty on brand for you. Are you a Scorpio?
No, I'm a Libra.
You're a Libra. I knew that.
No, you didn't.
I was briefed.
Right next. It's right next to each
Yeah.
other.
I really.
Yeah.
I'm a Libra rising, but yeah, that's a good point though. That we are doing a lot to like not make it far. As far as we're talking about how everything's on fire, hottest days in temperature recorded history ever.
Really?
Like, yeah, hottest days ever recorded this month, like world history.
Not here specifically. Like
Worldwide though.
but
right?
worldwide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, the climate change is real.
Climate change is real, but what does that mean? Obama was saying, back to Obama, that his daughter was like, "What do we do about it?" Like, a lot of us just don't care because they're like, "You guys, it's too bad to do anything." And he's like, "You gotta not give up."
It is good old like Obama dad.
I mean, I guess we do gotta
bring it
not
here.
give up.
Yeah, no, I like some of the words that guy says. Yeah. What were we talking about before that though?
Dude, you said.
Oh, aliens. Yeah. Okay, so basically, like, there's a bunch of ships that we recovered, the U.S. government. I'm talking about 10 different ships.
We can go for another half an hour.
Whatever you want. The aliens, I mean, I think we're going to see a lot coming soon. But you basically said yes.
Bruh,
You basically said aliens,
said
yes.
aliens theoretically exist.
Yeah.
Every time I hear some like, I saw a moving cloud, or like I saw an object in the sky with lights, or like
Right.
the government's about to. I'm just like, okay, like
Yeah.
we get it.
Totally.
Like I remember the Storm 51, Area 51.
Oh, you remember that?
That was objectively really funny.
That was funny, but at the same time, like it exposed like the
People died, bro.
Oh my
No,
god!
what did it expose?
Like the obsession people had with like aliens. Like,
It's just like, imagine being lied to for 100 years by your own government.
bruh.
We're always
would it
lied to.
really
I know.
even matter if aliens like existed and the government hid it? Like, would it matter?
No, it realistically doesn't matter.
What matters
What would
is
change about your life?
what's gonna change is the free energy part. Is like the tech part. We don't know what to do with it yet. But once we do, but that's what they're gonna tell us.
Yeah,
But
I swear, like people like you, like think this shit is like the Avengers, where like the government has
Dude.
some secret energy thing
Dude,
from aliens
imagine
that could be
something.
used for pure, unrefined energy.
have you heard of 0 point energy? Did you know that everything around you is energy? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Almost Spicy podcast. We were talking here with Manny, aka Holden, telling us how right out of boarding school, him and his father moved to Minneapolis from Chicago. And that was about 5 years ago? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you're not the first guest to chow down on camera. We'll give you a second.
Oh, is that not okay?
No, it's perfect, but it's just funny. We had a guest who ate the whole interview. It was just amazing. It was just very funny.
Truth.
Is that not okay?
We were amateur.
No, it's not okay.
We were amateur because it picks it up.
Especially that, just because it's gonna like sound like.
We're hearing every little, but we love it. Everybody loves some ASMR here on the Almost Spicy podcast, and so moved to Minneapolis. And when did you first become a photographer?
I have to say, like, 2017 is when I took my first photos.
That's not that long ago.
Yeah.
Did you ever do the H Collective stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to rock them heavy, actually. Like,
I asked another person, Haroon's who I asked, because he was also there too. And it's funny because, yeah, they faded out, which is a shame because they were really
they
cool.
haven't exactly faded out, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, not to get free promo, but, like, you can still get gigs on there.
Oh, really?
You can still, it turned from, like, a more event-based, nationally thing to them consolidating to literally like a few people, and then doing more like brand work in the sense where like they'll give jobs like a sort of mass. Like I know right now they're doing like some sort of project with Campbell Soup, literally, and
nice.
as a creator, right, photographer, videographer, whatever, you can like create content around a friend eating Campbell soup, and you can get like paid for that, like, and at the same time, like I said, it's also like a tool for like getting things, like getting gigs and stuff. But that being said,
the Age Collective deal,
yeah, but it's not being used at all, like really. So it's not that good to getting gigs. Like honestly, like it did kind of fall off, but like it's still like a tool at the end of the day. Like it's just another social like thing.
Do they have an app?
They did. They did have an app.
They did.
That's
tough, man. When you lose
and
the app.
that being said, like thinking about it now, like they did create all of those events where I did meet hella people.
No, exactly.
Like,
I went to one and I met so many people.
I mean, like, I remember a lot of people would know me, and it was early on, so back when I was super emphatic about, like, being like, hey, here's my stuff, like, oh, I do this and this and this, like, so it definitely was a good thing, like, purely artistic, like, it was, like, good vibes.
That's dope.
Good chill vibes.
Yeah.
And, unfortunately, now it is just a job board. And
I mean, you know, that's life sometimes.
Yeah.
What was I gonna ask you? Minneapolis.
Oh no,
Holden.
we should talk about the scene.
The scene.
Yeah. How do you feel about like the Minneapolis art scene? Like, is it like gatekeepy? Is it kind of cliquey? We ask a lot, like almost every artist this, and they all have kind of either a similar or like somewhat different answer.
I wouldn't say it's gatekeepy because it's very easy to maneuver. Like, it's very easy to sort of like meet people because there's not a lot of
people to meet.
There's not a lot of things that go on.
Yeah.
So like
yeah.
Everybody will go to certain things or like the same things.
The few things that there are. Yeah. Everybody is at the few things.
And through that, like, if you just show up and be your like best self, like you're able to like, I guess like you're able to move like pretty easily and like find people that you fuck with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That being said, like, in terms of like real like opportunities or like even like, let's say like gigs or like sort of even like with collabs, like I feel like Minneapolis is kind of like it's harder to work with people just because like there's sort of like a disconnect or like sort of lack of communication when it comes to like a connection or just like sort of like bringing like the community up in a sense.
Yeah.
Because even though a lot of things are community based, like a lot of people end up like sort of doing things like, how do I say, for themselves or like their own group or like their set of people.
Yeah.
But in that, like, you still are able to like, if you do want to do something, like if you do want to make music or if you do want to like do graphics or take photos or anything, like you are able to do it in Minneapolis, which makes it like beneficial. Or you're able.
A lot of people move here to do stuff.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah, stand-up comedy and stuff.
I feel like that's like people who move from like small.
Yeah, we have a lot of that. Yeah. The Dakotas in Iowa. Have you shot a music video?
Music video, no.
Okay.
I've shot parts of music videos.
Really?
But not like a full.
So you assisted on.
Yeah, like I will say I've definitely contributed to music videos, but I've never like completely directed or shot a full music video.
Is that something you ever would want to do or not really?
Yeah, like a lot of times I've gotten like, bro, if you could get your videos to look just like your photos.
People have told you that? That's fun.
A lot. So I feel like
that's kind of nice.
Until I'm able to like figure out a way to like actually
do that.
Which is so hard because transferring like an individual preset from a photo to make it a LUT.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, as far as
it's really tough.
Your color work though and your editing is you know, you can do the same to a video. Of course, at that point, it's just about the shot.
It's a completely different like editing.
Yeah, but the basics, as far as if you're talking exposure, shadows,
color correction is like completely different.
If you're talking white point, if you're talking
a lot harder.
Yeah.
Like
I'm saying that the 8 you can do 8 of the same things like right away.
Yeah, for sure.
But like I said earlier, like part of me does rely on the old sensor that I use.
Yeah.
And with video cameras, you aren't really able to get that. I'm kind of able to get that with like Super 8s and with like
that's different.
Camcorders.
Yeah.
Camcorders. How could you rig your point and shoot to become a recording video device?
I literally cannot.
No.
What if you put an iPhone like kind of in there, like in the side?
It would just be an iPhone, like.
But you're shooting it through the older camera, like you put the iPhone, you know.
No, like that would just be putting an iPhone up to a lens somehow, like.
Plus,
the
quality, like
you gotta take the plastic off.
The bad qualityness has to be captured, like not.
Like it's the sensor inside of the camera.
Yeah.
Like that is part of the reason why the colors come out the way that they come out, why the light balances the way it balances.
It's the same.
And I'll just fuck that up with like curves.
And can you replace a sensor inside of a camcorder?
Yes, but I would not
put a vintage boy in there.
I would not recommend it.
Put a vintage boy. Why wouldn't you recommend it?
Camera? No way.
No, the camcorder. Like if you got a video camera separate, get a 90s.
It's easier to just edit like in the same way. Like,
yeah. What you're asking is to basically re-engineer a whole camera,
exactly.
which is not easy.
Sometimes you gotta do something if you want it, because we're talking about something
it's cheaper to just get like something that already exists.
Yeah. Exactly, and that's always everybody's out. And of course you're going to go with what's cheaper and easiest for you. But if somebody really wants to get that, you might have to get the pliers out. And you might have to make your own camera. Reverse engineer 101.
The science of a camera is actually nuts.
101.
Like it's easier just for me to figure out how to use other shit.
To put a filter. No, I use other equipment. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because if... Like, the only comparable thing I can think of is, like, when they re-engineer cameras to be only infrared, which, like, you do take out the sensor and you, like, reprogram it, essentially, to only register infrared light, which is a really cool thing, especially for photography. Produces really cool content.
What photography do you like? Like, you said you've been following me for a really long time. Thank you.
Yeah.
But, like, what, like... I don't know. I don't even know what people like these days because I've just sort of made what I make for so long.
Oh, for sure. I think me personally, like, I like people. Like, portrait, even though that's not even on my Instagram anymore. I don't, like, almost shoot any people. It's mostly just, like...
You used to, yeah.
I used to, yeah. And I used to be way more consistent with it. But right now it's just, like, I only shoot film. That's all that I post. I don't even like shooting digitally because I've gotten so burnt out from like editing.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was a perfectionist too.
See, but that's what I love about it.
That's what killed me because I would spend like hours of the time like.
You have ADHD?
Yeah, and I just like I didn't do anything. I just like edited, and it burnt me out. It made me like not want to do it. And I do shoot digitally every now and then. And I do like the process of
just thumbnails nowadays.
Yeah, just thumbnails. But I like film so much more because I know exactly. I like the surprise of it. I like the feeling of like that it brings to me. Like
it's so different.
I hate spending the money, but like.
Well, it's a lot of money.
It's so worth it.
But you've never stopped.
I've never stopped.
I guess a better question would be film versus digital.
100% film.
That's a good question.
100% film.
Do you not? Okay. Because I agree with you. Let me start off there.
Yeah.
But do you not feel like, and only because I've seen some really good shit, like, do you not feel like film sort of takes a bit of, let me say accountability out of it? To the point where, like, you will take a film photo, right?
Yep.
Scan it, get the surprise, we'll get the nice ass photo, right?
Yep.
But a lot of times with digital, right, you end up editing further, right? In all senses, whether that's like,
wow,
like from the craziest shit
to
like
hours,
the most basic like stuff.
But on film,
you kind of just like
nobody's really touching.
Exactly.
You might do close to nothing or what?
I see, for me personally, and this goes back to the whole idea of like, I got like burnt out from editing and everything else because I had like my style from editing. I had all that and everything, but sometimes when you edit something and you edit for long periods of time, you get like fatigue and you start editing stuff in a way that you like it initially and then like you come back to it the next day and you fucking hate it.
I hate over editing.
But that's what I like about it because like
I'll
purposely step away from some shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Come back, change stuff previously. Sometimes my computer will literally crash. And I have to just start all over.
Oh. That's
But like even through that, it's like a puzzle piece for me in the sense of like figuring out how to really affect every setting. Like that's why I've always like struggled with like thinking about selling a preset because like
selling a preset?
Yeah.
Because when I edit, I essentially like make a preset for every single shoot that I do. Like even back to the shoot that I did with you.
Yeah.
Like 5 years ago. So like
wow.
It's hard to make something that would cover every sort of iPhone photo, for example. Or like
exactly.
You feel like you couldn't do it.
Well, people's settings are so drastically different. Like if you buy presets, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to work. For like the look that you're like.
Well, different devices too,
you think
right?
They're going.
Exactly.
Well,
device settings. Everything.
So like the settings that he will be editing on like that specific color profile is specifically Canon specific.
That too.
So
and then it'll translate but vaguely over to.
So if you switched it to Adobe, which wouldn't recommend, like not saying it's like bad, but it's fine, but it's not the same as Canon's color science and Canon's camera profiles.
But
I want a Sony
versus digital, like I said, like.
Sure.
I've seen people like be able to sort of push the digital like so far that you're it's kind of like art, like to the point where you're 100%. Like, how did you even come up?
Well, some of the
and I've definitely been there and I've done that.
Well, he was showing me some of his Photoshop work, and it was just like getting rid of people completely, doing mirroring stuff,
like I've
something that wasn't real. It's not real anymore.
I've created so many images that were just so, like, if you look at them, you're like, this is incredible. But like the level of detail that I went to like get that image wouldn't even be noticed.
That's the sweat.
Like,
no one will care.
What do you know about the sweat?
Nobody will care, and that's why
only if you care. That's the only thing that matters.
Exactly.
Not to the likes.
And that's what like made me just like, you know what?
Stop editing.
But also, I think the biggest thing for me about film, hands down, is the fact that it connects me with my camera to like a level where I'm not like worried about my settings to the sense of I'm constantly like adjusting and changing. It's more so that I am looking at a given scenario. I know almost exactly what settings I need to use for this given light scenario, and I do have to thank digital for that because I wouldn't have been able to.
Some people use apps. There are apps.
There are
He
apps.
uses some apps. I'm good.
I do
use
like apps depending on what, but
Yeah, you
Kinda shot.
always.
I will say
Everybody
like
knows.
when you already have done it digitally, where you're like looking at a scenario and you're already exactly. Like what works in what place, and I think just the beauty of I'm just focused on getting a singular moment, and I'm not worried about that. Trying to get that again and again.
And you didn't feel that way with your digital.
No. Because here's the thing. I am somebody that has a trigger finger, and I shoot a lot of photos on digital. Like a lot.
You know what's funny about that? The reason I'm realizing right now, the reason I treat my camera like a film camera, my digital camera like a film camera, even though I do have film cameras, is because...
Probably don't have a fast shutter.
No, my shutter's not as fast as any of the new cameras, but I can go like, I think to about like 1,000.
That's pretty fast.
Well, like
that's fast enough.
This one shoots 7 frames per second. Yeah. That one shoots 9.
Exactly. Hence why I can't take any video.
Yeah.
But what the fuck's
You were saying? I just had you.
You were talking about why your specific camera, and why you haven't had that issue specifically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I will always forget to delete storage. So when I go on shoots,
I do the same thing.
I'll delete a bunch really quickly.
He was deleting before you got here.
I'll have like 15 essentially like open spaces in my like fat CF card, which is like an older version of an SD card.
Yep.
What the fuck? That was my next question.
What, storage?
CF cards are still
How thick is it?
It's like, not thick. It's like thin, but it's fat. Like it's like a rectangle.
Do you have an adapter for your Mac?
No, an adapter. It's like just a certain like card reader.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a card reader.
Okay. Yeah.
It's what professional cameras use.
Still?
Yeah. They still use CF.
Nice. Really? That's good to know. No,
you're not that
seriously, because like I'll have to get new cables.
It's only the flagship models though that use
it.
But
yeah, this has been very insightful. For camera lovers, they didn't expect this.
But essentially, I'll just like, and again, it's just me being. It's honestly not good. Like I really should, because I already have all my photos on my computer. I can easily just clear my storage, have my full set of storage. But to avoid that trigger finger, essentially, like I'll give myself like 15 spaces, and I'm like, in order to like not waste the other person's time, like I know my settings.
Yep.
Like I'll just take like 1 or 2, look, adjust, 1, 2, 3, adjust, and then eventually by that 15, I'll get it. And then from that point, I'm like, 1 second, I'll like delete more space, and then I'll just like quickly like
grab the shot. And by that point, like the adjustments of the subject and whatnot is all in place. It takes a second.
And it gives me a chance to like get whoever I'm shooting like more comfortable. Like, just like understand like what is necessary like in terms of like let's say brand stuff. Like, just a good like reset. Like I don't know. I feel like when I shoot, it's not really about the settings. It's about like the people being comfortable and like the connection.
That's I think the biggest thing is when I was shooting people in particular, like a lot of people that I had just like met firsthand and immediately you put a camera in front of somebody and they like freeze up, like they don't know how to act, they don't know how to feel, and I think the biggest thing for me was always I cared less about photography and I cared more about the connection to the person. And I think talking was like my biggest thing.
Always. I'll consistently, I honestly should add more music to my shoots because it helps loosen people up.
Yeah, 100%.
But I feel like I always talk consistently throughout my shoots. Like sort of breaking that fourth wall and being like,
exactly.
Why are you standing so, like, why are you not like belittling, but I'll be like, you know, why are you not moving?
Yeah.
Like, just like you're saying. And, like, I'll get, like, a laugh. It gives me a chance to, like, pause. Like, it gives...
Yeah.
Well, they don't want to get a blurry photo.
What?
That's slow shutter speed. That's why they're not moving. Oh, you're saying somebody's, like, super, like, bricked up.
No,
yeah. Like, it's not... My shutter's not so slow that I'm getting
you're blurry. No, your shit's crispy. I'm not trying to say that at all.
No, it's not that. No, I'm just saying, like, I will actively, like, talk to the
subject.
the subject or the model, client, whatever.
Person.
Almost like I'm like a friend standing at the side.
Exactly.
Like
that's what I do too.
And because I feel like in terms of like the best photos, like Vogue photos, like it's more of like life, like lifestyle. Like it's more of like people just in their natural.
And how do you capture that actual life and what?
I mean,
so do you do any posing or no? Because I don't do any posing. I don't like posing.
Depending on
like yourself, like you don't pose.
I don't
like
pose.
when
I
it
don't
comes
pose.
Like what is pose? Like when you tell somebody what to do?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, I understand.
Or like
specific, like
in terms of like stand. Yeah. Exactly.
Do you do that, or you just kind of nudge them like you're saying?
It depends.
Okay.
Like
I like natural. I like getting people to a place where it's finally where they're like.
Well, then once if somebody's a good subject, you're gonna see them again. Over and over again, so it's like somebody might not work out the first time. It's like, okay, we're gonna shoot again. You're not supposed to be ever in front of a camera. You're obviously not cut out for this.
I don't agree with that.
No,
okay.
No.
Because like I
you
feel like
give somebody a second chance after a bad shoot.
No, I feel like
ideally you don't want to do it.
Every person that I've taken photos of, honestly, like I feel like I've always like sort of pushed to like, how can I make this like more than just like how you're saying, like somebody who's not cut out, or even like me, some like sort of proving to myself, like, how can I sort of like push this further than just like, I guess, a basic ass photo, right?
Because you don't want to put your name on something that's not.
I mean, but not only that, you know, like I also want the other person in the photo, like I want the person to love it. Like
it's a photo of them, and it's easy to have extreme feelings about a photo of yourself.
Exactly.
Whether it's really good or really bad.
And artists are sensitive about their work.
And then additionally, it's your photo. Even if you're not the one in the photo, but you took the photo, that's your work as well. Before we wrap up here, Manny, we wanted to clarify about the alien thing. Do all alien lives matter?
All alien lives matter, but aliens do not matter to us.
You heard it here first, and that was what we were looking for the rounding up earlier. Photographs, we fucking love it, man. No, what are good? Did you have some last ones? Some last peckers in that book?
Please.
Yeah. So, what's the goals? What's the future looking like for you right now?
Goals. To get signed by an agency.
Nice.
To have more consistent bookings, more frequent clients as usual.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Manifestation Podcast.
What else?
That's valid. That's big valid.
I'm trying to have a show. I'm trying to figure out like how I want to do it, and what location.
Like a concert.
I don't know.
Or what kind of show?
Like an art, like a showing.
Like a showing.
A bunch of artists.
Gallery kind of.
Yeah. Like, and I could do it in Minneapolis. Like, there was somebody you had on here recently, who, The Economist.
Oh, Fib.
Yes. Like, I was thinking of asking him.
I love how that's the thing that you refer to him as, is The Economist. He's gonna lose his shit.
He's gonna like that.
I hope he does. But you know, just like local artists. I easily could do a show here. It would just be about like venue, timing, all of that stuff.
Let us DJ it. We'll DJ.
Yeah, we'll DJ it.
I mean, I put it on pause.
Pause.
What else? But
consider.
it's not off the table.
Yeah.
But what else?
We're trying to get booked. Too. Yeah. No, that's. Do you have any like daily affirmation philosophies or like not daily goal? Well, yeah. What do you like? live by? What do you recommend for people out there? Like, what works for you is the real question. Is what works for you?
Yeah, I would say I can't recommend anything.
No, you can't. But what works for you?
What works for me?
To keep a smile on your face.
I'd have to say, like, just, I feel like what keeps a smile on my face is just to, like, believe in yourself, really, because, like, I feel like a lot of times, like, when you don't, or when I haven't, like, when I look back on it, like, in the future, I realize, like, if I did just believe in myself, or just, like, put faith into, like, what I was doing, like, in every second, like, I would have, like, been completely fine. Like, I would have been better than fine. Yeah. So, like, every moment where you're, like, sort of just, like, not feeling energy, or, like, you're feeling that sort of, like, lag, or, like, every time you're just, like, even, like, when it comes to, like, other people sort of not really giving you the energy that you want, or, like, just feeling like you're not really, like, good enough or whatever, like, you're just really, like, so, like, believing in yourself and, like, pushing through, really, so that, like, you know, at least you know, like, you did everything, you know,
That's beautiful.
That you could, yeah.
That is really, thank you for that. That was good.
No, it was great.
I think, yeah, I guess.
That's really good, yeah.
I mean, what puts a smile on my face, I'd say, was the fact that I try to do that.
Yeah, so the fact that you're conscious about that as a philosophy, as a plan of enactment, that's wonderful. I don't know if there's a better place to end it than right there.
And we're right on time, too.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
You're not going to like it.
Bro,
I actually already forgot it.
Rapid fire.
What was the fucking question that I just...
We can rapid fire questions. I'll give 1 second.
We've got 2 minutes.
2 minutes? No, we got it. Let me try to remember it, dude. I just had the question.
We got 2 minutes till that camera dies.
Rapid fire me questions.
Yeah. What do you think about... Okay, so I was recently approached and I was told that I'm a Jewish person. That I'm by an Israeli...
I'm gonna give 1 sentence response.
Israelite. Okay, so are you Jewish? Yes or no?
No.
Do you believe in some of the claims by the what is the group called? You know these people, the Israelites. Yeah, Israelites. Do you believe the claims?
What claims?
The Hebrew, Native Americans, Mexicans, black people are the original Jews in the Bible. And the only Jews according to the Bible and according to a piece of paper that an Israelite gave me on the street.
Maybe, but that's only if you believe in, like, a God in that sense. Like, that's only if you believe, like, if you're super religious, so who the fuck knows?
But then they also argue about oppression.
Nope, we're done.
In the United States against the people of color.
Ghosts?
Ghosts, yes or no?
Not real. Ancestors are real.
Or God.
God, hey man, whatever gets you through the day.
What do you think about AI?
AI, scary. Very scary. But
so are you gonna share the clips of this podcast?
Oh yeah. Do a collab.
We'll do a collab.
Zuckerberg versus Elon.
If they box, Elon definitely finna get him killed. But if they box, Zuckerberg's winning.
He's looking lean.
In terms of, like, a lawsuit,
pull that shit up.
Elon's definitely not getting that. So
the Threads lawsuit?
Yeah, but
Threads.
What do I think about it?
About Threads.
I have 800 followers on it.
800 followers on Threads. That's many.
I think it's okay. Like more followers than I have on my Twitter.
What's your Instagram? Let everybody know. We got your link in the description anyway. Almost Spicy Podcast.
Holden Media. A lot of people tried to buy it from me and take it. So at this point, I'm glad that I still have the name.
We need the highest offer to come up.
No,
you're not. You don't want to sell it. Like, iconic. Should we wrap? I think we lost that camera. We lost his microphone.
You lost my microphone?
My microphone.
This has been the Almost Spicy Podcast. Once again, my name is Francisco. This is Benjamin.
Holden.
This is Ben.
Holden.
Holden, thank you, my friend.
All right, bro.
It's been good. All right. Peace out, y'all.